Recognize meat for what it really is, the antibiotic and pesticide-laden corpse of a tortured animal, proclaims Ingrid Newark. Consuming meat increases health problems, food poisoning, world hunger, inhumaneness, violence, and environmental issues. A large-scale study showed the consumption of red meat significantly reduces life expectancy. Today, I will be delivering information on being a vegetarian. My family and I have been vegetarians our entire lives. Vegetarian diets are safer and healthier for people at any stage of life. Vegetarian diets have numerous benefits, and vegetarians decide to eat meat for multiple reasons. I will describe the different types of vegetarians, explain healthy dietary information, tell how vegetarians save the environment, and lastly, express how unethical and inhumane it is to eat meat. There are substantial advantages for vegetarian diets, and there are different forms of vegetarianism. Vegetarians and semi-vegetarians follow different diets. True vegetarians eat no meat, chicken, or fish. Lacto-vegetarians eat dairy and eggs, but no meat, poultry, or fish. Lacto-vegetarians eat dairy, but no eggs, meat, poultry, fish, and animal products. Pesci-vegetarians eat fish, but no poultry or meat. The strictest of all vegetarians is the vegan. Vegans exclude eggs, dairy, meat, poultry, fish, and all animal products. Why would anyone question the benefits of eating vegetarian diets is beyond me. People who eat vegetarian diets are healthier than people who eat meat. With this being said, it is not necessary to eat meat. I will analyze vegetarian diets. Countless amounts of people choose to go vegetarian or vegan for health improvements. Vegetarian diets offer numerous benefits, including lower levels of fat, cholesterol, and animal proteins. These healthy diets are higher in levels of carbohydrates, fiber, magnesium, potassium, folate, and antioxidants such as vitamin E and C. Vegetarian diets offer all the required proteins, including essential nutrients and antioxidants that are low in fat and contain no cholesterol, where meat and dairy foods are elevated in saturated fat, cholesterol, contain excess proteins, are overloaded with antibiotics, hormones, pathogens, and contain no fiber, lack necessary vitamins and minerals. While plant-based foods are healthy and guard the body from illness, diets elevated in animal fat and protein increase the risk of heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and several forms of cancer and other chronic diseases that disable or cause death to 1.4 million Americans yearly. Many vegans have been reported to have lower body mass, lower rates of heart disease, lower blood cholesterol levels, lower blood pressure, lower diabetes, lower rates of hypertension, and again, lower rates of cancer. Vegetarians save the environment. The wastefulness and misuse of our land is alarming. Conventional farms have given way to factory farms, which are taking toll on the surroundings. Livestock tripled the number of human beings on Earth. Eating plants as an alternative to animal food will conserve our non-renewable sources of energy. Manure generates toxic poisons and hydrogen sulfides and ammonias. Overgrazing of livestock damages the environment. Huge amounts of grains grown to feed cattle and the water used to grow those grains are depleting our water systems. It takes about 15 times as much water to produce animal protein as it does plant protein. The aquifer is the largest body of fresh water on Earth. It is being exhausted for beef production. Enormous amounts of chemical fertilizer and pesticides are used in causing water and air pollution. One of the illnesses caused by water in our waterways is Pfiesteria. All over the world, this same occurrence is happening. The waste from today's feed operations are not being returned to the soil for reconstructions, but end up in our groundwater. It has been established that our farmland is decreasing because people are not sustaining the water. It's also known that our farmable land will sustain far more human beings per acre if committed to the increasing of vegetable substances for direct human consumption than for raising animals for food. If we channel for direct human consumption, our food shortage would not continue, but in its place, a surplus. Finally, I will discuss vegetarian concern for human rights. We all have the power to end tortured, slaughtered animals by choosing to be vegetarian. People often become vegetarians for their beliefs, their religion, and because warm-blooded animals can experience severe pain and suffering. Animals should not have to die to satisfy human diets. Most animals live cramped together, living virtually on top of their own carcasses. The HFA's investigations have uncovered the details that farm animals are routinely dismembered while still fully conscious in the USA's slaughterhouses. Humans have developed short, flat teeth for fibrous food and have long intestines to allow for slower digestion of greenery, not meat. Being a vegetarian does not mean one must give up taste. There are many delicious vegetarian versions that do not cause animal suffering. Fortunately, we all have the power to end suffering of slaughtered animals by choosing to eat vegetarian. People often choose to be vegetarians out of concern for animal rights or the environment. There are other reasons, such as parental preferences, beliefs, religion, health, and cost, just to name a few. Being a vegetarian, though, for most, is a matter of economics. Being a vegetarian costs less. So I've offered the different forms of vegetarianism, explain how plant-based foods are healthy and guard the body from illness, how we can use less of our agricultural resources, knowing that livestock affects the land and contributes to environmental problems, and how a cruelty-free diet is a responsibility. There are various advantages of meatless diets. Vegetarian diets are related to longevity. My body will not be a tomb for other creatures. Leonardo da Vinci.